All right. So thank you guys so much for being here. It's lovely to see your faces. I am so excited for this presentation. EFT tapping is one of those things that it's almost like, have I been gatekeeping this? Have I been sleeping on it for too long, not telling enough people about it? And my intuition says yes. So it's a tool that I was actually introduced to a couple years ago, and I did not like it. I was like, what is this? It's ridiculous. And I stopped doing it after like 2 times. And then got reintroduced to it and said, you know what? I don't think I gave it a fair enough shake. So I'm going to go ahead and try it again. And then it changed my life. It changed the way I thought. It changed my habits. It changed like helping with rewiring my brain. And so I was like, okay, I'm hooked. Then I got certified in it. And then I kind of kept it quiet. I don't know what. I probably had to tap on that, right? The fear of being seen, fear of being visible. And I actually did do a lot of tapping on that. So EFT tapping is something that you can do very easily. All you need are your fingertips and your thoughts and your feelings, and those are with you pretty much all the time. And so it's something that you can do very accessibly in the car. You could do this, as part of your morning routine, before bed, before a presentation, whatever. So I'm going to share my screen and just go through a quick little presentation. But first, I got to pull it up. I cannot minimize Zoom. Okay, great. Well, then I'll just pull this up. If you want to put into the chat, what is something, because this is all about limiting beliefs that are holding you back from your goals. What is something that you would like to, it could be in your health, it could be in your business, it could be any aspect, because tapping works on everything. If you want to put it in the chat, you can. And I can incorporate that into the script. So, okay, so EFT tapping to bust through limiting beliefs. It's one of the closest things to a magic pill that I have ever seen. So here we go. Okay, so I gotta minimize you so I can see. So it stands for Emotional Freedom Techniques. It's tapping on the meridian points. So it's an energy healing technique. It helps you to release those negative emotions, limiting beliefs, by tapping on specific meridian points, and you focus in on a particular issue or problem. So benefits are for stress reduction. If you have something that's really causing you a lot of stress, anxiety, it's really good for anxiety. It can help to reduce that and help you feel more relaxed. It's also great for emotional healing, tapping into any physical or emotional wounds and moving them forward. So you have more clarity at the end of it too. It helps you to release these emotions, kind of get out of that emotional part of your brain. Not that we are bypassing, we feel them. That's the whole point of this. We feel them, we talk through them, we release them, we rewrite them into something more useful and helpful for us. And then enhanced focus or clarity. So if you just need to get more focused, this is another way to do that before like getting to work on some presentations or any kind of content that you have to create, anything for your business. If you are going into like a run or a competition of some sort, this is a good thing to do there as well. It works on everything. So how the basic technique and steps, I'm going to walk you through it. And then, like I said, I'll stop sharing and we will go through some very specific, like a couple rounds so you can feel what this is like for you. EFT tapping works really great when you are very focused. It can be general. So if you're just like, I just need to release this feeling of anxiety, you can do that. It also works really great if you have something in particular, like if there's a nagging thought, or belief that you just cannot get past. That's something I like to keep a little note on my phone or just have a little journal where I jot that down so I can come back to it and be like, I really need to tap on this. But the basic technique and steps is we choose that one issue, and then you're going to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. 0 to 10. 0 being no worry, like let's say it's anxiety, no anxiety whatsoever, and 10 is off the charts anxiety. So you name the number there, and then we're going to tap on different points. So the specific tapping points are, we start with the karate chop point here. So you can just kind of use 3 fingers, 2 fingers, and it's just the side of your hand. You can feel it. You can kind of tap along with me. And then like feel that fleshy part of your hand on the side. and you're just going to tap on that. We're going to incorporate words into this next, but first I'm just going to show you the points. And then we have the top of the head, and you just want to kind of find like that you can kind of feel that where the top of the point to the crown of the head is. You can tap on that. You can do 3 fingers, 2 fingers. You can, sometimes I'm tapping with 2 hands because I'm like, oh, I got to tap this out a little more aggressively. You're not going to be hurting yourself here, but you want to feel it. The next one is the eyebrow. So right on the inside corner on like kind of where like your sinus would be here, like tapping on that. Sometimes you can really feel it. Sometimes the energy gets stuck in specific places, and you can really feel it. The next one is the side of the eye. So it's like where the orbital bone is, right by the temple, and you're just going to tap there. And then the next one is under the eye. Same thing on the orbital bone. And then under the nose, and you can do 2 fingers here. Sometimes I just go like this. It's easier for me to talk if I go this way. And then under the chin, or like between the chin and the lips, right here. And then the collarbone, and just kind of feel around. I love this tapping point. This is one of my favorite ones. I feel like it really releases a lot. Grief is one that's right here that you can hold on to a lot. And then under your arm, I'm going to lower this a little bit, like where your bra strap is, literally for women, you're going to tap there. And you can hear how I'm like, you can hear it, right? You can also tap 2 sides. Sometimes I'll do this too. And then this is not a traditional tapping point, but the wrists right here, I just like to tap them together. And this one I feel like really releases a lot of energy that's built up. And then I'll just like shake it out. Take a deep breath. After we go through it, we're going to actually add in specific phrases, and then you're going to re-rate what that number is. See what it has gone down to after each round. You want to get it down to 0 before moving forward to rewriting those beliefs. So again, we just a quick thing, emotional healing we can do with this. You can clear limiting beliefs to help you to reach your goals, so that, like, let's say you're afraid of going live on Instagram. This is something I have tapped on. You can clear that out, and then you can implant, however you want to put it, new, useful, helpful beliefs so that you can go live. Like, I've had people decide they do this right before they go live, and it actually helps them to show up. Or people that are doing a presentation, it's one of their best presentations because they've tapped out and tapped in to the feelings that they do want. So helping with manifestation and abundance as well for your business and for your life. And okay, couple of quick tips. We want to set an intention, and we want to have kind of like what the affirmations, what you want to feel. So after this, I'm going to walk you through some questioning, and that will help us to hone in on that intention. Consistency and practice. Like I said, the first time I learned about it, I hated it and I didn't do it anymore. Then I came back to it, and it's something that if I do consistently, I literally feel like I'm on top of the world. Like nothing can stop me. But please remember that this, like, seeking professional guidance, if you have more complex, deeper emotional traumas, things like that, consider seeking guidance from a trained mental health professional as well, because everybody's different and you are worthy of being helped, asking for help. It's okay. And tapping is a great tool, but sometimes we need more support than that. And it is World Mental Health Day. I just remembered that. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm going to look at the chat here and see what we put in there so we can move forward. Imposter syndrome in my business, being seen, invisible, feeling worthy, not good enough, unworthy, not good enough in business. Other people can do it, but I can't. Very good. Okay. Not very good, but you know what I'm saying? Like, we know we have a direction. I feel like we're all kind of in the same place. So I feel like imposter syndrome kind of boils down to maybe feeling unworthy, a feeling of unworthiness. And being seen can kind of go along those lines too. So we're going to kind of attack 2 birds with 1 stone here. I'm going to go into some questioning for you guys. So if you would put in the chat your answers to a couple questions for me, this will help me to create the script here. So what is the current problem? We talked about that. What is the action? Sorry, what is the action that you go to do and then you stop doing it? Can you type in the chat give me an example of something that you just won't do now because of this belief or feeling that you have? And then, and be specific, it could be like going live, it could be going to an in-person event, it could be even just talking to your neighbor about your business. It just feels awkward. Or how is this a problem for you too is another question. So how is this a problem when you're feeling that imposter syndrome and you're not, your energy is not in the right place. And so you're showing up maybe not with the best energy. How is that a problem? What does it keep you from doing in your business? Yep. Connecting with people, talking about my business at all. And then not sharing enough about offers, showing your face, even making video. And then what does it feel like in your body? So if you tap into that feeling of like, oh my gosh, I'm feeling imposter syndrome, I'm feeling unworthy, feeling not good enough, I don't want anyone to see me. Where do you feel that in your body? And just type that into the chat. What does it feel like? And this is good practice because this is how you can actually create your own script for this too. So obviously, this is what I do for work, but you can do this too. So I just want to empower you. Frozen, stiff, mute. Oh, that's good. That's good. Where do you feel it in your body? Where does it I'll feel it in my chest a lot. Sometimes feeling like sick to my stomach. Yeah, like your throat's closing up and tight. Yep. And okay, now we're going to flip it. And you can keep putting more in there as it pops up. How would you like to feel instead? And type that in. Because the first few rounds, we're going to tap on the things that we're feeling now to release them. And then the next round, after we get it down to 0, ideally you want to get to 0. You might not be able to every time, and that's okay, but you want to get it down as far as you can before you tap in the positive affirmations. Open, energized, excited, inspired. Those are great. I feel excited about sharing my message and offers. Yes. What do you think is missing now that you would like to gain from releasing these beliefs or patterns? Another good tip is drink a lot of water when you tap, because you're actually releasing a lot from your body and you want to flush that out. And just in general, you want to drink a lot of water anyway. So, all right. So go ahead and put a few more things in there for how you want to feel instead. What do you want to be able to do? What will you see and feel and hear when you've released these limiting beliefs? What will you see? What will people tell you? What will you feel? And then we will get started. These are really good, you guys. Thank you. No shame around looks or talking. Confident. This needs to close. Feel confident sharing my offers. Conviction. Oh, I love that word. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Yes. Connected to my story and my message. Perfect. Okay. I believe he's telling me not to do that. Okay. I believe we are ready. I'm going to go ahead and pull up one thing here. Do you guys have like a super word, like a superpower word that you want to embody If you do, you can include that as well. Alrighty. Pulling all of these here so I can make sure I have it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Take a deep breath. We're gonna put our feet flat on the ground, sit up kind of nice and tall. Take a deep breath in and close your eyes. We're gonna just focus in on that feeling, that just not good enough, not worthy feeling, or feeling like an imposter. Just take a deep breath and feel it in your body. Just get that feeling and then rate it from 0 to 10. And if you could put it in the chat, that will be really cool because we'll see what it goes down to. Deep breaths in. Focusing on that feeling, where you feel it in your body, and what number would you give it? 7, 9. All right. Okay. Okay, we're going to start on our karate chop point. I'm going to lower this just a little bit. And we're going to tap right here, taking a deep breath in. And you're going to repeat after me. Even though I don't feel worthy, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I don't feel good enough, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I feel like an imposter, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. All right, we're going to go up to the head and just start tapping up here. I feel so unworthy. Eyebrow. Sometimes I just don't feel good enough in my business. Side of the eye. Even when just connecting with others or trying to share my story. Under the eye. Or talking about my business at all, I feel unworthy. I feel like an imposter. Under the nose. When I even think about showing my face on Instagram or making content for my business, I feel this tightness in my chest. Under the chin. I feel frozen and stiff. Whenever I have to talk on Instagram, whenever I have to share my offers, my throat closes up and I cannot speak. And then collarbone. This feeling keeps me from connecting with others. It makes me want to hide away. Under the arm. But I'm ready to release these feelings now. I'm ready to release them at a cellular level. And then at the wrists. I'm tired of not sharing enough about my offers. I'm tired of feeling like an imposter. So I'm releasing these feelings now. And then shake it out. Take a deep breath in. Feel free. Okay. What number are you down to now? Wow. Catherine. That's a good. Oh, said names. Bleep. That was good. It's a good drop. Good job, guys. It's going to be different every single time. There are times where I'm like, yeah, I think it's the same. It's okay. It's fine. There's no shame in this. It's totally fine. We're going to go through another round. I'm going to show you how you can kind of switch it up and make it a little bit simpler too. So we'll go through another round. You don't need to do the karate chop again. You don't need to do the karate chop again. You go to the top of the head. And we can say, I'm afraid to put myself out there. Eyebrow. I have this fear of being seen. Side of the eye. I have this fear of being judged. Under the eye. I have this fear of being made fun of. Under the nose. Maybe they'll just say no. And I'm afraid of how that's going to make me feel. Chin. But I'm releasing this fear from my body now. Collarbone. I'm releasing this fear at a cellular level. Under the arm. Even though this fear is still within me now, I am releasing it. It will no longer have any power over me. And at the wrist. I'm releasing this fear at a cellular level. This fear of being seen, this fear of being judged, it no longer controls me. I'm releasing it now. And shake it out. So you can make them longer, shorter, shake it all out. And then tell me what number you're down to now. Great. Awesome sauce. Getting lower. So here's the thing too. When I say a thing and I'm saying a prompt to you, you can replace it with another one. So like we could even just go, if there's still thoughts bubbling up in your head, we can tap on that and you can just say whatever is coming up in your mind. So we can just go, it can be as quick as tapping here, saying that feeling that you have. I feel like an imposter. This imposter syndrome. You can just tap through this feeling of unworthiness. I feel it in my chest. I feel it in my throat. I'm releasing this from my body. This fear of being seen. This fear of the unknown. What will people say? I'm releasing that from my body. And then the wrists. I'm releasing this from my body at a cellular level. This imposter syndrome. I'm releasing it from my body. And then shake it out. So you can do this quickly too. And take a deep breath. Okay. So now we're going to pretend that we have it all down to 0. You might not be there yet. It's not going to hurt you to do these affirmations, but we want to get as close as you can. So when you're on your own and you play this back, because I'll send this to you, you can play this back and you want to get as close to a 0 as you can. And every day is going to be different and that's okay. So I'm going to scroll back up. If your number is different by right now, just let me know. And we are going to tap in some positive affirmations. confident. Just gonna move this over here so I can see. And I love doing these custom ones because we can get on one-on-one, like we can get like very into the thoughts that you have, because like there's going to be some ugly ones. Like, I don't know about you, but my inner dialogue can be pretty mean and pretty, like, I would never say, nobody has ever said things like this to me except for me. So you can insert the really shameful things that you say to yourself, right? That you feel shame about. I know that I've had that too. Okay, so we're going to start back up when we tap back in. The only time you do this is when you're setting it up. So we've already done that. Now we're going to go to the top of the head, and you can feel free to change anything that I say. You can say something else. If something pops in your mind, say it. It's fine. But we're going to go to the top of the head. I'm releasing my attachment to this fear. My body no longer reacts to this fear of being seen. My body no longer reacts to feeling imposter syndrome. Eyebrow. My fear of putting myself out there is leaving my body now. Side of the eye. Even if it's still there a little bit, I can feel it and take aligned action on my goals. Under the eye. I can show up to talk about my business with confidence. Nose. I can go live on Instagram right now and speak confidently about my offers. My chin. I can push play on this Instagram live right now and speak with clarity. Collarbone. People are waiting to hear my message. There are people right now that need to hear what I have to say. Under the arm. People are counting on me to show up vulnerably. And I'm excited to do that in the way only I can. Wrists. I know that confidence comes from taking aligned action and showing up in the face of fear. So I'm choosing to boldly take that action. I am confident. I am peaceful in body, mind, and spirit. Shada. Deep breath. I'm starting to buzz a little bit, like my energy's buzzing a little bit. All right, this is awesome. Okay, how do you feel now? Our numbers are going to probably be the same, but how do you feel now? They could be, you could just use words of how you feel. How does it feel in your body now? Do you feel any sensations? Do you feel, are you having any kind of thoughts? Just share them in the chat. And you can go through this again. You can do multiple rounds of the positive affirmations. Antsy. Like, you got to go talk to people. Like, I got to get this message out. That's awesome. I love that. That's funny because you'll see it, you're going to react differently. There's almost like no standard, because your body's just going to do what it needs to do. Got to go create content. Yes. Good. It gives you a lot of energy when you can release those and just let it come through. Like, you want to go and share. It makes me so happy. Okay, awesome. Okay, so this is just an example of how you can use tapping to help with your business, bringing down anxiety, releasing any of these beliefs that you have that's holding you back. You can use it for pain. So if you have headaches, if you have a stomach ache, you can use it for that as well, even though even though I have this headache, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. I know it sounds crazy, but it works. So what questions do you have? I would love to, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop the recording and then we can ask questions. You always use the same, that's a good question to put on the recording. Yes, always use the same points. There are different, so this one is like non-traditional, but I really like it. You can also tap on your fingers too. If like you are like, you know, in public and you don't want to be like tapping on your body, you can tap on your fingers too, the side of your fingers. I really like it. You always go in the same order. Yep. You want to go down through the meridians because it's based on the meridians of the body. And there's way more than this. They go all the way throughout our body, but these are the ones that we use in tapping in EFT. All right, I'm going to stop the recording. Thank you guys so much. And I'll send this out for you guys to repeat. You can go back and do this multiple times. I also have free EFT tappings that I send out every single month. Just started doing that. Love that. So give me any feedback that you want on the kind of tapping you want to do. I also have individual tapping sessions that you can do that you can really hone in. It comes with 45 minutes of coaching as well. And you can add Voxer onto that if you want to, but these are so fun. And you see hopefully you can see by now, pretty immediate results. And the deal is too, if you have that intuition that you want to go and make what your next step is that you want to go do it right away, as close as you can, or at least write it down to do it tomorrow. Okay. Get back in that energy as soon as you can. All right. Thank you.